So I want to kind of pick off. This is a continuation of after the FileZilla connection to the web server, but the purpose of this part of this video is to show you the two types of files that are different with it. What's on your local drive and what's on the web server. Remember, we just connected and transferred the file to the web server up here. This is, if you can look at the domain, you know you're connecting to the web server. Now, this is what I need for it to grade. This is what I grade. I grade what's on the web server. All right. Plus, what you turn in as a screenshot when you take screenshots on your document with it. So, I want to clarify something. So you did all your coding. This is Visual Studio. You did all your coding on here. And if you look at the index, remember I had you install the live server with it. So if you come up, right mouse click on the HTML index HTML and select Open with Live Server, and it opens up the live server. And I want to point this out as this is on your local computer. So the 127.0.0.1, that's what's called a loopback IP address, which is your local computer. This is not, I can't access this, all right? This is what's on your local. We need to get this page on your local computer to this. I just clicked on this tab over, which is on here. So there's a difference between these two addresses, as you can see. One's on the web server. This is how I access your web page. This is how you do it on it. And both of these file structure that you keep here, it has to be a mirror image of one another. Meaning this index page, this is on your local drive when you do a live server. This index page is on the web server. Now, I asked you, like I said, both of them has to look exactly the same. So as you go through this right here with it, so let's say you go down the line somewhere in class exercise number 2, you update, you don't have to drag, delete, remove, and copy everything with it. So you only transfer over the files that you modify. So let's say down the long run, let's say you had, you're working on, you created an index page in here. And in the index page that you have, for example, let me pull this up in here. Let's say I'm just making this up with it. So let's say you go into this index page, and you went in here, and your first, you're going to remove this this first column right here. I'll make this an arbitrary date. This is going to be 6/8/2021, for example, right? And you were asked to create a particular description for this. Let's say you were doing H heading tags, all heading tags, all right, which includes your H1, H2, all right, etc. All this right here. So all that goes inside of your table data in here as well. And you're going to link to a particular page. I'll just call this, I'll make this up. I don't know if there's a heading assignment. So let's say there's a heading.html page, right? And you have to link to it. And of course you put an anchor link to this as well, but I'm just making this up with it. So let's say we just did modification to this index page. Control S, again, the white dot up here, Control S saves it. You have to put an anchor link on this, by the way, so I don't know what this, this is just a fictional page, right? But we want to look at this page on our local drive first. So what do? I right mouse click on it, I come up, look at live server. So you could see the text that I put in here, right? You could see the text that I just put in here. This is different from this page. This is on the web server, right? We need to get this content onto this content, which is on our local drive. How would I know it's my local drive? 127.0.0.1. That's on your local drive. We need to get it on to the web server. Sorry, I was looking at some furniture. So welcome to, we need to change this. How do I modify that? Well, this is how you do it. Let me minimize this. Make sure you save this index page. Go back to your FileZilla. The only modification that I modify is the index page, right? So all I need to do is take this and replace it with this. That just uploads it, asks me to replace it, and I will say yes, right? Now, if I have any other files that are additional to this, mainly, let's say, so let's do this in a second here. So let's look at this page right now. This page is on our web server right now, and it should look like, I'm going to refresh this. Okay, I'm going to hit refresh. There you go. See, refreshed it and picked up the new changes up here, right? So let's say you put in an image in this right now, right? So let's say I'm going to come into this, go back to my FileZilla, to my code again, and I'm going to come down in here. I'm going to just, I don't know, I'm just going to say this is, I'm going to insert in an image in here. Let's put an image in here. Everybody remember what an image tag looks like? Image, right? So you can put an image, all right? An anchor image. Yeah. Let me make sure I have an image in here. I don't have an image. Let me pause. It can be like the recorder for a moment. So let me talk to you about this. Okay, so let's say I added any images or links to this file structure, to this file. For example, in the table data, if I want to add into an image, I just went out and I just found a logo, image of a fictional logo that I grabbed for free off the internet with it, or you create your own logo with it, but that's not the point. In here, when you say TD is table data, and I want to put in an image tag right here, and source is the SRC source, and the moment my IntelliSense kicks down with it, SRC, I put in the quotes. I need to give it the path from my index page. How do I go to my index page to my logo1.jpg over here? So I have to go through the IMG subdirectory. Watch, this is really nice. I love about IntelliSense. IMG /. The moment I hit the /, it tells me what's inside that. It drops down logo1. I just click on it, click to the right of that quotation, the closing of it, close this tag off, and I can write a little blimp about it. Maybe like I said, this is my company logo. Okay, so something like this. So you can see what this here. So wait a minute. You got this index page. It's linking to this logo1.jpg inside my subdirectory called IMG, short for images. So see what this looks like. Control S, the white dot goes away. And I want to see this on the server. So open with live server, and this is what it looks like. So you can see how this fits in. Here's my logo. I just typed in my company logo right here. This is my company logo, and that's where it sits with it. Now again, this is on my 127.0.1 is on my local drive. I need it to get to the web server. Okay, I need to bring it to the web server. Look at this domain on the web server. Now this is where I need for you to understand. This is very important. If you look at the left hand side, what file has been modified? You modify your index page, and there's also an IMG, a logo.jpg in here, right? So I need to put this logo1.jpg inside of this IMG directory, right? I don't need to copy the whole thing over again, so I'm just going to click on one of them, just drag that and point it to the IMG directory and let go. So that's one file that's been transferred, right? This ... means what? Go up to the parent directory, and this is where I'm at right now. I modify the index page, so I need to just transfer over just the index.html. It's going to ask me to replace it. I'm going to say yes, override it. It's going to override it. All right. So I'm going to come over to the web server. Open up the web server. Here is the web server. This is the domain. I'm on the web server. I'm going to hit F5 or refresh, or however you want to do this. And I hit F5. My logo has been loaded on here as well. My whole point on saying is what? Mirror the local drive to the server side. You can whatever you modify individually folder in here, you have to update it on the web server as well. The only file that I would like for you to have sitting outside, file, is index.html. Everything else needs to be sitting inside of a subdirectory for me. I don't want any files besides my files with the dot out here outside with it. But any file means file has a file extension. So please keep all your files inside of a directory for security. And the second point I want to make is that files ends with a file extension. In this case, is an HTML. So that's how I'm going to conclude this video for updating your FileZilla and your local drive with it, all right, and how to with it as well. So this is a very important segment. If you have any question, let me know. Thank you.